podcast. I'm joined today by only my friend Hunter. Colin is out because he's got family shit he needs
Hello.
to do.
Yep.
So, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I got some sleep recently, so yeah, I had energy this morning and then I crashed. I used it all up too fast.
Well, I mean, that's how it usually goes. That was actually how it was for me today.
Yeah.
Last night, I went to bed probably about, 6 o'clock almost.
Ooh.
For a little bit, at least. Woke up, it was like about 7:30. Got up, played some Persona 5 again. Because, of course, it's all I waste my time on. But then I went to bed probably around like 10:30. And I slept till 4:52.
Oh.
I was supposed to have been at work by 4:55.
Oh shit!
Just to make sure I could open the store by 5. Long story short, my dad hauled ass. We got there by 5.
Nice.
So, yeah. I overslept. My alarm did nothing. Sleep? Oh yeah, I got it. I had energy. Till about, 10 o'clock when I'm going, when's my shift over? And, yeah, no. Shit sucks. It's bad when you're, like, tired by, maybe halfway through your shift or a little over halfway. Because then it drags on.
Yeah, that's me every day.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, same, bro.
And what's worse is just the amount of people that we get too, because we get so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're tired, and you have as many people as we get, you can't work. You try and you're like, all right, your total is, computer shows you 582. All right, your total's 582. There you go.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a major delay, especially when you're counting back change. You're like, all right, 5, and it's like maybe like, 15, 23 or something like that. You're like 15, trying to grab it, you're grabbing all the other change except the right change. You're like, nope, bear with me, nope.
Literally, someone had like $1.20 as their change, and then I got it, grabbed it, and then they said something, and I'm like, huh? And then I was like, oh fuck, and I was staring at the fucking change in my hands, and I'm like, is this right? And then, like, right before, I'm like, yeah, this is right. They're like, yeah, no, that's right. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah, good. Yeah, I hate it when that happens, though, because you're like, you're so out of it, and you know yourself to the point where you're better than that. You know you're better than that. And you beat yourself up over it, even just a little bit. Yeah. Over the fact that you didn't do it right. And I do that every day.
Yeah.
If I'm not, like, 2 seconds quicker, I beat myself up over it. So, but... enough about that one.
Enough about life.
Right? Fuck life.
Let's move on to something better.
Let's talk about stupid people.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, fuck.
You're like, wait, oh, shit.
We were just about to go there.
Yeah. Literally, talking about stupid people. And I don't mean just, like, in general stupid people. Though it can include stupid people. I more so mean the stupid people we encounter every freaking day at work.
Oh, yeah.
The people that, you come in, that they come in and you're standing there, and they leave you looking at them, thinking, how, or why, or how are you alive, or how did you get here safely? The people that really make you question their existence and how they're still here. Especially when it comes to people that are like, make you question, how did you live to be like 50? Because I get a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
Way too many.
I actually had a couple of funny encounters that made me question them just earlier today. One was a old dude who came in, had some like sunglasses over his glasses, and he took them off, and he's like looking around at the showcase. He's like, I'll take two chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, alright, get him. He's like, hey, what's this in the corner here? And I'm like, the bottom corner? He's like, yeah. He's like, those are walnut chocolate chip. He's like, what's the difference? I said, well, walnut chocolate chip is walnuts. Regular chocolate chip doesn't have walnuts. And I look across the room to a dude sitting at the bar table, just looking at him like, what the fuck? And we make eye contact, and he's like, is this guy fucking serious?
Jesus, yeah. What the heck? What's the difference? Dude, look at the title of the cookie.
Yeah.
What's it say? It says walnut chocolate chip. And what did you ask for? Chocolate chip. What do you think is the difference? Nothing.
Because It wasn't
Do you
even
know
like.
a walnut? Do you know what a walnut is? No? Then get out.
I literally told him that it was. So he asked for chocolate chip, and then I told him there's walnut chocolate chip. He asked what the difference was, and he was probably fucking pretty goddamn blind, because he turns out couldn't read the sign, and couldn't tell if a $5 bill was a $5 bill without bringing it like inches away from his face. So he was definitely like majorly blind. Also, I hope to God that someone drove him.
Right?
Yeah. But even having me say walnut chocolate chip,
That
what's the
should
difference?
explain.
He ended up getting
what-
4 chocolate chips.
Hearing the word walnut chocolate chip should explain what walnut chocolate chip is.
Yeah.
It has walnuts. And if you were expecting a plasma TV or some LSD, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Seriously, yeah, hopefully somebody drove him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, be careful if you ever drive and see him on the road. In fact,
Yeah.
pull over if you do.
Oh yeah. Actually, you might not be safe then. You might think it's a lane.
Yeah, I don't know. If anything, just stay home then at that point. Just
Yeah.
say like, nope, I'm just getting out of the car and walking home. Fuck this.
Just Papa Yui.
yeah, just
Yeah.
pull out and just say,
Crank the steering wheel, pull up on the e-brake.
especially if he's going like a little over the speed limit.
Yeah.
If he's going under though, you know you can speed past his ass.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what is it? Today, I had one guy come in, and I'm helping this customer. As you know, I've got one register.
Mm-hmm.
One. I can only help one person at a time because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm helping this guy, and he's buying some like snacks and drinks and all that, you know, just normal grocery type of stuff for like a road trip or something, or just at least a long drive, right? This guy comes up behind him, older dude, probably about like mid-40s, you know, mid to late 40s even. Slaps his card on the counter and says, "On 5," and walks out.
What?
He goes to pump 5. He starts trying to pump gas. My thing is going bring, 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 letting me know someone's trying to pump gas, but it ain't working.
Yeah.
Dude comes in about like 3 customers later, which is roughly about like, you know, about 3.5, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anywhere between there. You know,
Yeah.
I think it was like 3.5 minutes though. Comes back in. 5's not working. We need a dollar amount in the store, sir. He's like, I don't know, can't you fill it up? My brain is going, dude, welcome to California. How was your stay in Oregon? Because in Oregon, they pump it for you.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's
That's right.
literally, you can't pump your own gas.
That's right. I forgot about that.
If that's changed, I would love to know, but you know what, as far as I know, no, they pump it for you.
You know, I heard that. Yeah.
Dude's like, well, can't you just authorize it? No, I can't. I can authorize it with a dollar amount. Tell me, how much do you need? Price-wise, how much? 40, 50?
Yeah.
How many gallons? I will pull out a calculator. How many gallons?
Yeah.
I don't know, just fill it up. And I looked him dead in the face, I'm like, you got the big truck, yeah? Yeah. $100. Probably won't take it all, but I'm gonna charge you $100. You're gonna put the card in there. And whatever it doesn't use goes right back to the card. No need to come back in. He's like, fine. Puts the card in, and he's like, I don't know how this shit works. I'm sorry, you don't know how this shit? I don't know how you work, sir. And he walks out all pissed off. I'm like, dude, stay in California a while. You'll learn a thing or two.
What the fuck happened to just putting the card into the pump? Can
Well,
you do
so
that still?
Pump 5 doesn't always work
Okay.
for the card reader. Like, it
Alright.
can work with the tap. He doesn't have a tap card, though.
Oh.
It can work with the tap, sometimes, depending on the card, depending on the bank.
Yeah.
Other times, if you're trying to shove it in there, it ain't gonna work because somebody broke their card inside that pump already one day. Just, oh, my card broke inside. And we can't do anything about it. It's gonna cost us at least $700 to replace it anyways. Because we can't just have somebody come in and pull it out. They have to replace it because it clicks down on it. When you
Huh.
first put it in there before it authorizes, it clicks down first to read the chip. And then you leave it in there for a little bit, and then it reads the chip, authorizes, and then lets go, so you can pull your card out. Well, it locked in place when trying to read the chip, so the chip
And then-
reading part is busted. Because it's just in there.
So it was trying to reach the chip, and they pulled it out.
They tried to pull it out, but it wouldn't come out, so they snapped their card off. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but they thought it would work.
Yeah.
Little did they know they got half their card back.
Yeah.
And what's great too is, what was it? Thursday and Friday. A couple people came in, right? I get this a lot too. All right, I need gas on this pump. How do you do this? How do you do what? How do you pay for gas? You pay for gas. You look out at our sign. You see we are expensive. $5.39 cash price. Then you look at your car and go, I don't know what it'll take. Let's estimate. And throw down cash.
Yeah.
If you're not sure and you have a $100 bill, throw that down. We'll get you your change back. But so many people are like, I don't know how to do this. And it's like, is this your first time in a gas station? And I get that at least 3 times a day.
Oh my god.
Every week. Dude.
That's just ridiculous.
Forget. Again, it's our first time. And this is people that are older too.
Yeah.
You know, people that have been around probably since even the first gas station.
Yeah.
And they're still asking, how do I do this? Again, welcome to California, where we don't pump it for you and we rip you off. Thank you for joining.
That's amazing how many people don't know how to pump, how to just pay for gas.
Right. Well, and then there's so many people that are just so used to boop, at the pump and it's done.
Oh, man.
Because it'll read, you know, you pump it and it just goes until you're full.
Yeah.
Which is a handy dandy little thing. But for the people that usually come in and are used to cash and say, I'm used to paying with cash. Visible confusion.
Even the people who are
used to paying with cash. They are used to paying with cash, almost never use their card. I've had people admit this. I'm not usually paying with my card. How do I do this? And they'll hand me cash. Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I had one guy yesterday, he came in and he was paying for gas, right? And he bought a coffee. $1.60 for a cup of coffee, right? And he handed me $40. He says, balance of 40 on pump 3. I put the balance of 40 on pump 3. So $1.60 taken out of 40. There you go, that's what you get, buddy.
Yeah.
Comes back in. I thought I put 40 on there. You had a coffee? That was taken out of the 40?
Yeah.
Sir, the balance of 40, that means your coffee is subtracted.
Yeah.
Your coffee is subtracted from that 40 that you want on that pump.
Yeah.
Oh. You have the audacity, the gall to look at me and go, oh, fucking piss off.
So he just pumped to like 38.60 and then was like, that's not 40.
Exactly.
And walked it. Oh my.
Yeah. More correctly, 38.40. Because it's
oh, it's
$1.60.
Oh, I thought it was 40. Yeah, I got that backwards. 38. Wait, fuck. Yes, 38.40. I wanted to do it again. Fuck.
You can't math right now.
My brain rewired. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, literally.
Refired.
He didn't understand that a balance of something is the rest of it. And it's surprising, you know? And even one guy comes in, he's like, I'm assuming I need gas because I got this little gas pump symbol in my car popping up. Sir, who taught you how to live? Who taught you about cars? Was it Dora? She don't know shit.
Wow.
Can you find the check engine light?
Nope.
Not that guy, clearly. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
People that don't know how to use a card come in, you know, and it's like, okay, I get it. If you look young and you don't know how to use a card,
Yeah.
if you look a little older and don't know how to card, I'm going to question you. Now, if you're old, like, you know, 70s or so, and you don't know how to really use your card, I'm not going to blame you.
Yeah.
You probably chose not to, because even my
Yeah.
grandma in her 70s does not want to use a card. She doesn't trust it.
Yeah.
She's scared of the scams. I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But if you're like in your 20s, 30s, and you know, maybe 40s, and you don't know how to use your card, I'm gonna seriously question you, because you should at least have a card, because you open a bank, you have an option of a card. It's not an automatic.
Yeah.
You can choose to have a card.
Oh, really?
But usually, especially El Dorado people, because I see a lot of this.
Yeah.
And I know how El Dorado works because that's my bank. You have a card.
Yo.
Usually, everybody that gets El Dorado opts for a card.
Yeah.
And the thing about El Dorado's card is it's a debit card. Here's a fun thing about a debit card, in case you didn't know. Debit works just like credit. If you
Mhm.
pick the credit button, it just takes longer in your account to show up later.
Yeah.
And there's a small charge. There's a small credit charge usually. Now, our store doesn't do a credit charge because it's fucked up and backwards. The debit does the credit charge and charges the customer and us about $3 each.
Jesus.
That's not okay. So we eliminated debit. We're like, nope, credit only. Because credit doesn't do that charge, but it takes a little longer. People still come in though and they're like, I can't use my debit card. We can run it as credit. I don't know how that's going to work. Did you ever go to school? Did you learn a thing or two from your parents? Do you really have a brain?
How long have you had a card is my question.
Exactly.
It's like,
And I've had it happen from people too that you can see have a clearly visibly worn card. You know, the card
Yeah.
that's got the crack in the side, maybe
yeah.
going down the middle almost.
Oh,
and,
yeah, that one.
And is like bent all 3 different directions and
Oh, yeah.
brown almost.
yeah.
You know they've used that card.
Yeah. It's not been just in a wallet
Yeah.
its whole life.
And they still go, but it's a debit. It can run as a credit. How's that work? Hit the credit. There's a credit button on the screen. Hit that. Is that gonna work? It's gonna go through. Trust me, debit runs as credit. I learned this 3 years before I got my card. Because I asked my dad questions.
Yeah, a lot of people don't do that.
Nobody asks us question because, admittedly, I can see this in a lot of people, and I have this problem too. I don't want to ask too many questions a lot of times because I don't want to be a bother or anything like that. I don't want to interrupt somebody.
I totally get that.
You know, like
Yeah.
okay, yeah, but at the same time, there's got to be a point where you stop that, swallow your pride, and ask a fucking question.
Yeah.
You have to at some point. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. Or when you get somewhere, and it's different from how you think it to be,
Yeah.
and somebody tells you how it actually is, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, well, it's this way, and you do it this way. No, it works this way. You take a debit card, you run it as a debit or credit. If credit's the only option, you hit the credit button, or we automatically process it as credit. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
You know?
I know someone who definitely doesn't ask questions ever, and when shit is different than how they think it works, they don't have the best of time.
Are we talking about you or Colin?
No, someone else, someone that I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because Colin seems to be asking a lot more questions
Yeah,
lately.
he asks a lot of questions, and I've asked a lot of questions too.
You ask almost as many as Colin.
Yes.
Colin just asks way too many, including, would you like a hat? He phones up a damn box at
Yeah.
work. You want a hat? No!
Yeah.
Want a brown square hat? No! Want a brown square hat with plastic? No!
Yeah.
Want a shoe? Fuck off! I
Yeah.
love you, brother, but shut up!
Yeah, he asks a lot of questions that are just kind of like
Pointless.
wink. Yeah, exactly.
It's just
I
out
ask a
there
lot of-
for the sake of making noise.
Yeah, exactly. I ask.
That's as my dad would say. It's for the sake of making noise, to hear yourself talk.
Yeah. I ask
I
a
love
lot.
him, but
Ask a lot more questions that are more point to it,
yeah.
to where I understand stuff better.
Yeah, you know, to where I can have an answer other than no.
Yeah.
Don't ask me yes or no questions. Ask me, what's the point of this? What's the meaning of life? You know, something I can actually ponder as I'm trying to answer.
Yeah.
That takes me like 3 hours because my brain decided to give up and have it as a back thought instead.
Yeah. I mean, hey, dude, it took me a while to figure out the meaning of life, man. I ponder that shit.
42.
Yep. Exactly.
The answer to life and everything.
Yep.
So, but another fun thing is, I get customers asking if we do Apple Pay or Google Pay, right?
Yeah.
We have signs on the door that are right by the handle. Now, here's how customer thinking is. You see a door, you see a handle. Your brain focuses and your eyes focus at the handle. When you've got a bunch of stickers surrounding that handle, you at least are aware that that's a sticker, so your subconscious is supposed to kick in and make you stop for at least half a second and look at it, and then process it as
Yeah.
you make your way inside.
Yeah. It's if you observe anything you see it.
Yeah, and literally, we've got a Google Pay sticker, a Apple Pay sticker, PayPal sticker. You can pay with all three options, not just normal card. You guys accept Apple Pay? Yes, we do. You guys accept Google Pay? Yes, we do. You guys accept Apple PayPal? Damn straight we do. You guys accept cash? Why the fuck would you?
I know, right? I get that too. People come in. Do you guys take cash? No, we take Bitcoin only. What
Right?
do you think?
No, we take paper IOUs that just look like a 5 or a 10 or a 1 or a 20 or a 100.
With your bank account written on it, if you could just fill in all this.
With your bank account, routing, with your checking account, banking account number, whatever, routing number, all of it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
What's your credit card number?
What's your social security again? I need that to get the transfer to go through.
What's your ID? Let me see your ID. I need a quick copy of that.
Yeah.
That's something I just thought about just doing this. Total derailment here. I never was around during that time, but at the same time I miss it. The whole thing that you put a card on and you make a carbon copy of the person's card. You dial up a number and you run it to verify said card. And that's how you paid. You made a carbon copy printout of somebody else's card by going ka-chunk over it with this big old thing that looked like a deli slicer.
Yeah.
And there was a number you were to call. You were to call that bank, verify that card, all that, and see if they had the money for what they're trying to buy.
Oh my gosh.
And if they did, you write it up. You write out a receipt by hand. No, receipt. There you go. No, you had to write it down and just everything.
Yeah.
And verify it,
Wow.
And you had their card on file. You literally could take that piece of paper that they carbon copied onto,
Yeah.
stick it on your wall, or on the counter, whatever, and use it for the next time they came in, so you didn't have to always do it.
Wow.
Yes, granted, it also would fade after time as well if left in
Yeah.
sunlight, much like other receipts do, and, but it lasted less than normal receipts. I think it lasted like maybe a day and a half or two, so like if you weren't careful and it was in the sunlight, you have to do it again,
Yeah.
but for the
Wow.
most part, you just, at the same time, we're like, all right, this card matches, call up the bank. I kind of miss that because, one, it taught patience.
True.
You had to stand there and wait your happy ass for things to finish.
Yep.
And these days, people have it so easy that it's deadened us. We're so stupid we don't understand the concept of patience anymore. I'll take 20 on 5. Walks off. I'm in the middle of a customer. And I do that too. I don't put it there. I say, all right. Help the next person. Put it to the side. What happened to pump 5? What'd you need on pump 5? The 20 I handed you. Oh, this 20. Okay. And they're like, they don't think it doesn't work that way. They don't think, oh, just come in, wait in line. I see a line. Let me wait. No, they don't think that. They think,
I gotta go.
I'm next. I'll just slap my money down and go.
Yeah. It's easy.
My opinion, dude, if you're running late, first off, you made choices that made you late.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you're late, what's an extra 5 minutes to get gas?
Oh.
Getting gas, your boss ain't gonna be like, where the hell were you? I was getting gas. You should have done that like 5 minutes ago, prior. Like, your boss ain't gonna reprimand you for that. Gas is important, and with these gas prices, they're gonna see, yeah, it's kind of important.
For the gas prices, it might be on their mind and they might be cool with it. But I will say, if you're running late, especially for like work, and you have to get gas, you've made the decision days and days before to not get gas.
Exactly.
And now you're running late.
And you're gonna act
gonna
like
have to
you're in
wait.
a rush and all
Yeah.
that? Dude, you don't earn that right now. You lost that right to be in a rush. If it was your first day, like you're getting ready and you're like, all right, I've got gas, I'm gonna go to work, and your, pump
Yeah.
light comes on, and you're like, oh shit, then yes, you can be in a rush. But nobody is.
Yeah.
Everybody, and I can guarantee this because they all talk and I hear it. They rush and they're like, well, I'm in a hurry to get gas. I've been empty for a couple of days, or I've been empty for a day and a half or something. And it's like, dude, you're admitting that you're the idiot. You didn't think about getting it prior? Like, the day before when you didn't have to rush to work?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How
Exactly.
smart are you?
Yeah. Or on your way back home from work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you have opportunities to get your gas, but you don't think about it because you're just that fucking oblivious. You're like, la 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 la, day-to-day life, that's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Think. Take a moment, stop for like at least 20 seconds, and just think. You know,
Yeah.
just, yes, I need gas. Don't just sit there and go, huh? Like, go. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. It pisses me off. I get so many customers almost every day that just blow my ever-living mind.
Honest.
So many people that just come in and say things and do things, and it's like, how did you get here? Why are you here? And who let you drive?
Yeah.
Who load this shit?
Yeah. Honestly,
Dumbass.
dude, my fuel tank empty light, it could be broken and I would never fucking know because it gets to a quarter and I'm like, oh, I need to get gas.
Right.
And within the next couple days, I get gas. It never comes on.
Right. Well, see, a lot of people don't let it get below a quarter or half a tank.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, you're letting it get down to half a tank, quarter of a tank, whatever. That's fine. You're utilizing gas and
Yeah.
you're trying to stretch out what you've got until maybe next pay or whatever,
Yeah.
or until you know you can afford to because maybe you have a bill.
Yeah.
Okay, you let it run out though. You made the choice.
Yeah.
Now just
That-
drive till your car stops.
Yeah. That's your fault though.
Yeah. I pray that somebody just makes the choice to not get their gas and drives and then runs out of gas and can't go anywhere and is like, I was doing fine. You made the choice.
Yep.
I pray to see that a lot on my way home. Just like, look, you made the choice, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Also, it's actually not good for your car, from what I'm learning, to let it, be below a quarter of a tank.
Not always, at least not definitely the newer cars. If it's your older car, it didn't really fucking matter. That was gonna become a shitbox anyways in like the
Yeah.
next 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because the part that actually pumps it,
Right.
if it's got that quarter, it keeps it kind of submerged, so it
Right.
doesn't allow it to like overheat and run in the air when you have it below a
But
quarter.
if you're below a quarter of a tank, it's hitting almost nothing, or it's barely scraping it. Like, you're like when you're trying to reach your hand down a can of Pringles, and you're trying to get that last Pringle, and you're like, I can't get it. Next thing you know, you're stuck, and you can't do anything. Same thing happens with that little fan blade or whatever it is for some of them. Some of them have a little fan blade type thing that flaps it.
Yeah.
Something else. But
Whatever the pump thing is.
sometimes
Once it gets so low,
yeah,
it's not good.
You're just brushing it like your finger across like the top of a laptop.
That's
Are you
weird.
moving it? No, you're not moving it.
That's when you're running on fumes.
Yeah. It's great too because a lot of people that I encounter, they come in, they have the decency to think, well, I park on a hill. Okay, are you downhill or uphill? Is your car angled like this or like this? One way or the other, you're going to have more or less because they read different.
It'll read different.
Yeah, if you're parked angling upward, you're going to have less gas in your car.
Yeah.
You park downward, you're going to have more. But take that into
Reading.
consideration.
Yeah, it's gonna read higher than
Yeah.
when you're flat.
Yeah, if you're reading, if you're
going down the highway.
yeah, if you're looking, if you're looking downward or something like that, and you see you've got a good amount of gas, probably go get some gas.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of people that do that. They're smart enough to actually see, oh, I live, like a lot of people in LLP or Alta Sierra, they come, they get gas. They park on hills, downward, right?
Yeah.
So they have more gas than they see. However, most of them actually come in and get gas because they're like, well, it looked like I had about half or a quarter of a tank, so I figured I'd get some gas and actually fill up. Because it's not what it says.
Yeah.
You flatten out, you go from a quarter tank to bing, I need gas.
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's amazing how stupid people can be when it comes to certain things, especially in the workplace. I mean, even at Holiday. When I worked at Holiday Market, there were so many people that come down an aisle. Do you know where this is? Looks up at the sign. Well, it's on this aisle.
Yeah.
Where's this? Right there on the big display. Oh, didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you didn't see it. Right, at Holiday, there's the signs that, tell you what certain things are and all that, and people have walked up and down aisles. They've looked at the signs, they've walked up and down aisles looking. I had a customer ask me one day in Holiday, where's your rug doctors? Aisle 7 towards the front of the store. Closest towards the door. I didn't look there. And you said you went down that aisle? Yep. I'm sorry. Get your eyes checked.
Yeah. Dude, there's plenty of times where I go to like Target or something with Colin, or I just go somewhere with somebody, and we'll go in, and they'll be looking for something, and they'll just go up and down aisles, looking all around the store, just kind of going about the store looking for their shit.
Yep.
And then when I need to go get something, and I don't know where the fuck it is, first thing I do, look up, find the signs. What seems about right? Let's go this way. Oh, this area? Okay. Look at the top of the aisles if they have them like on the aisle.
Right.
Or it's like different dividers. It seems probably about here. Oh, hey, what do you know? There it is.
Yeah. Now, I will say, the only time I ever end up asking, like, an employee or something like that where something is, and I've looked up and down aisles, or looked at, like, signs, is Home Depot. The only reason why I do is because a lot of times, there's going to be signs, and you're going to be looking for something, and it's going to be in that aisle, but you don't think it's in that aisle. Like, I mean, one thing I can think of right off the bat, too, is I asked for a little first aid kit one day at Home Depot. And I went down, I can't remember what aisle it was. Huh?
I have no clue where that'd be.
I don't remember what aisle it was, but it was the aisle where you'll find, like, mostly, like, all the main, like, power tools, like the drills, the saws and all that
one.
and then the hammers and wrenches and all that. Down towards the back, kind of a lower shelf.
Oh, really?
First aid kit isn't on one of the signs.
No.
It's not at eye level. It's not very visible either because it kind of just sits there and it lays flat for the most part.
Yeah.
So you just see this little, like, orange and gray container.
Yeah, just kind of
you
off on
don't
the
see
side.
first aid or anything.
Yeah.
You don't see a tag that says first aid.
Yeah, except in tiny print.
Exactly. That's like the only time I've ever asked anybody at Home Depot where something was. Other than that, it's I will walk around and I will find it.
Yeah.
One way or another.
It's not that hard.
I try not to ask people too because it's like if I ask somebody, I don't learn.
You what?
I don't learn. If I don't ask, I don't learn. If I don't ask, or if I don't ask where something is, I'm not going to learn, or I'm going to learn where it is, depending on what it is. Home Depot, definitely, you don't ask, you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Because you will eventually have muscle memory and be like, I know where it is. Like Target. You have to, you kind of look at the signs and all that and whatnot. Me, a lot of times I'll go into Target, and when I go into Target, I know what I'm looking for anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that. I go in, I find it.
Yeah. I mean, I know where shit is now.
I don't have to just look at signs either anymore. It's just like, go down this way, and there it is. My body is like, and we made it. When did I make it here? Cool, there it is. That's what I needed. Thanks, brain. Because after all, you learn how things are.
Yeah.
You just have to try.
Yeah.
Most customers don't try. Especially for your and I workplace.
Oh
Nobody
my.
really learns anything, I think.
No. I got people who walk right in the door. They're like, "Hey, do you have any cakes?" I'm like, "Yeah, if we just head back to the door, it's the first, it's the first showcase right here, right next to the door." It's like, "Oh, I went right by it, didn't even see it." It's like,
Yeah.
Or they walk in, "Do you have any pies?" It's this showcase directly in front of you and slightly to your left, right on the top there, most visible shelf.
Right. Yeah. Now we've gotten things moved around at Best Gas. Like when you first walk in the door, right on the right side is going to be the soda machine now, as well as the coffee. Because we got rid of the back counter that had the soda machine to make more space for stuff, for more coolers, for actually storing stuff. Customers will walk in, and they'll push it in, and they'll kind of like stand at the hostess and they'll look at the coffee, right? So it's coffee machine, soda machine. They look at the coffee machine. Where's your guys' soda machine go? Look to your right just a little more. I love it too, because our bathroom is hiding behind the Gatorade cooler, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of where it kind of hid behind the soda machine before too,
Yeah.
but it's now behind a Gatorade machine, so you really can't see a sign. So it's not too far-fetched that somebody won't understand, but at the same time, I've told people, "Where's your restroom?" "Oh, it's behind the Gatorade cooler." "Outside?" "Did you ever see a Gatorade cooler outside, sir?" "I don't think so." "Behind the Gatorade cooler." So it's like, no, the Gatorade cooler right there, go to the left side and then right, and you'll find it. "Oh, okay." Or a lot of times, behind the Gatorade cooler, goes off towards the far right corner, way away from the bathroom. Where did you say it was? Behind the Gatorade cooler. Dude, how do you not understand? Gatorade cooler, there's a cooler that says Gatorade on it. Big bold letters. Twice over.
Science, my guy, science.
look with your eyes. Think, dude, think.
Here's your sign.
You know, just be like Pooh. Just think. Just fucking think. Nobody thinks so. They all just are like, I just want to ease them comfort. That is bullshit.
A lot of people just coast through their life on like somewhat autopilot.
It's like Christopher Titus said, we're just bitches on a donut run. Don't you want a better one? Don't you want a bigger one? Don't you want a newer one? Yeah! But think! Use the brain, you have to pick the donut first, right? You don't go into like a donut shop, an iPhone shop or anything like that and just be like, I want a new one. No! You go in knowing damn well what you want and where to look.
Yeah.
When it comes to phones, laptops,
Oh, yeah.
people know exactly where to go. They know exactly. Best Buy. You go to Best Buy, you're looking for a laptop. You know exactly what aisle of laptops you're looking.
Yeah.
You got 3 sections of laptops. You go to section 2, column 1. That's the laptop you're looking for. You know that's where you're gonna start.
I'm gonna say this though. People who go into Best Buy, probably more nerds and geeks than going into our places.
Well, yes.
So they're smarter.
However, I get a shitload of nerdy people coming in Best Gas.
Oh, yeah, true.
I still get people asking me, where's Critical Role? Why don't you have Critical Role up?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's like, dude, I get distracted. I will sit my ass down and I will watch it. I cannot work when I've got Critical Role. I haven't watched Critical Role. Dude, I haven't finished Campaign 2 and they're, I think, 16, 18 episodes into Campaign 3.
Oh my god.
I haven't finished Campaign 2, dude. I'm like a quarter of the way through Campaign 2.
I haven't even finished campaign 1.
Dude, finish Campaign 1.
No.
There's shit that's good.
I know.
But, you know, it's like, nobody takes a second and thinks about it.
Yeah.
I still say common sense amongst most people has died.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
another thing is gas station etiquette, too. That was a common thing. A highly common thing. You had 4 stations, right? 2 on either side of each pump at. Okay. You pull forward to pump 1. Nobody else is here. Okay. Well, you still should, back in the
Yeah.
day, you used to pull forward to pump
Yeah.
3. Now,
All the way.
and then somebody could pull into pump 1, and so on and so forth for all the other pumps. If you're pulling in, and your tank is on the right-hand side, and you're pulling in 2 or 3, that, or 1 or 3,
yeah.
pull out. Pull up to pump 4, or pull up to pump, 8,
Yeah,
to where
we
you
have
can
it.
still face the opposite way of where you came in. So if you're pulling in this way,
Yeah.
face away from the entrance.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to make sure your car is facing opposite the entrance.
Everyone goes in one way and goes out one way.
Yeah. But everybody is like,
Yeah.
bees swarming around each other like they're on acid or something. It's
Yeah.
freaking weird. Because somebody pulls into pump 1. They park on pump 1. Somebody needs to pull in. They are getting gas and they're on that side. 5 and 7 are taken. And that's the side they need. Which could work on 1 or 3. They have to go around and back into 3 now. And that other person on 1 has to now back out and pull around.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks
Yeah.
about this.
I'll just wait, honestly. Like, if my spot's taken, I'll be like, alright, I'll wait.
Yeah. Because, 1, yours is on the right-hand side.
So I go to 4
Yeah.
or 2. Or, 2.
4 or 2,
Yeah,
depending
4.
on which one's open.
I usually just go to 4.
Right.
I'll wait for 4. It's
Yeah.
like my spot.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, that's the thing. You always, pulled forward. You didn't
Yeah.
just take up one spot, and especially if you were pulling in and somebody has maybe been there for a little while.
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to wait. That
Yeah.
person's going to pull away. Then you pull forward. That
Oh, yeah.
other person pulls in behind you. Y'all can leave roughly around the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been, like, someone has been there, I'll pull up, and then I'll see them, like, getting ready to leave, and I'll be like, oh, okay, so I'll just wait at the
Yeah.
pump. And then they'll leave, and then I'll pull right to where they were.
Yeah,
so
and then
someone
somebody
can
else
pull
can
behind me.
pull in on the one behind you, and
Yeah.
y'all can leave roughly at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe a minute later. Who knows?
Yeah, depends on how much
But
stuff you're getting.
It's the thing. Nobody has the common decency or sense to think about that.
It's not as common as it should be.
Not anymore. I'm thinking about making gas station etiquette video though, and just putting it up on the TV in Best Gas and having it on loop, like 24/7, dude. Because
That'd
then
be nice.
people after a while be like, "What are you watching? Gas station etiquette." Learn it. And they turn around, watch it. You might learn something. Here you go.
Yeah. I bet you there be people who turn around and just kind of stand there and watch it. And then
not
they might go,
retain it
oh
again.
fuck, I gotta go pump gas.
Yeah, or even just not even retain it. And they just
Yeah.
be like, huh, and nothing goes in.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
they're like, that was interesting. Doesn't use it. Heck,
Yeah.
you are special.
Hmm.
I don't know. People blow me away. Again,
Yeah.
it's the amount of people that I get that just make me go, how did you get here?
Yeah.
I seriously wonder that. You know, because nobody understands, first off, how their shit works. I mean, hell, I get people that come in and they're like, I didn't realize my tank was on the other side from the one I pulled onto. Let me just stretch the hose over the car.
Someone's done that?
More than once.
Oh my god.
Sometimes that's how we lose a hose, because it just pops off, because it's supposed to pop off if anybody
there's-
starts to take away
Yeah.
with it.
So if there's
So if
pressure,
there's a
it's
little
like-
bit of pressure, a
it'll-
little too much, it pops off. And I've had one person just trying to angle it and get it in there, like pulling, gas on the ground. Your hose came off. Order one, dumbass! Did you think about just turning around? Your prepay's on the pump. You'll be fine. If anything, it turns out I reauthorize because you let me know, or I see ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
It's letting me know it's timed out and you're trying to use it. Let me reauthorize it for you. No!
Or
They
going to
just
be,
are stubborn pieces of idiocy that are like, I'll just pull it.
or like going and be like, hey, could you unauthorize it so I can pull around so that no one like uses it?
Something, you
Yeah,
know? Or
and then-
like, hey, I pulled on the wrong pump and all the other pumps are open. Can I just pull around to this pump so my tank's on the correct side? Sure, let me move it.
Yeah.
Something! But no! Let me just yank on it and shove it in. No. You're not home alone in the middle of the night trying to get some joy, okay? Don't jerk it and hope it goes in. Don't.
Man. Stop tugging the hoses, man. Stop tugging the hoses.
Exactly. Don't tug no damn hose and hope it go in or do
Yeah.
what it needs to do.
Tug your hose at home. Don't tug it in public.
Exactly. So, you know, it's so many people just don't understand that. And this morning, I had one guy come in, and he was waiting to pull out, because he was coming from Carriage, because he lives on Carriage, the same as I do. Pulling out, and he's at the intersection here, right? Woman's behind him, and there's traffic coming and going, coming this way and coming around to us, you know, towards the Best Gas location. He's waiting for it to clear, so he can turn off. She gets on the other side of him and goes, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, "Just wondering," and right in front of a semi that's trying to turn in.
Oh my god.
She takes off. And he is literally pulling in. And he tells me this story. That's why I know this. Because he tells me the whole damn thing. And he's like, she didn't want to wait or nothing. She asks me if I'm okay and then leaves it at that. I'm thinking, I actually told him too. I'm like, if it were me, I would have said, "Are you okay?" You know, or been like, "What's wrong with you?" As she's driving off. And he's like, "I almost did." But then I remembered I need to be nice. I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "It's early. I'm not supposed to be this upset early in the morning." I'm like, "Got it." He's like, "It's not good for me." I'm like, "Fair enough, I guess." But at the same time, I still would have been like, "Motherfucker." Yeah, go for it. That semi hauling gas. It's just gonna run your ass over. Go for it. Because it was a gas tanker, man. And she pulls off in front of it. And I saw it too, and I wondered about it. Because that dude was on her that far away, about at least 1.5 feet or so. You know, maybe a little less even. I don't know. It's hard to tell from a window.
Yeah.
You know, and the road's way over there. But, you know, it looked roughly about 1.5 feet, maybe a foot. Tanker was on her. And she was still going pretty fast.
Wow.
Because he was pulling fast so he could get out of the intersection. So she had to beat his speed. And this guy's just literally waiting his turn so it's safe to pull in.
Yeah.
You know, as a smart person should. Makes me think back to when, because a lot of truck drivers, semis and all that, they don't think either. I'm going to tell you that right now. And if they do think, they think they own the road. I remember one time I was driving on a freeway home from Joshua Tree, California, right? We were getting past Bakersfield and all that. And so at that point, we still had roughly about 7.5, 8 hours left from a 9-hour drive. I'm driving my dad's stick shift. I had my permit for the first time. I don't know how to drive a stick shift really, other than the first few times that I learned on a back road with no traffic. Okay?
Oh boy.
I got the shifting down pretty good. You know, I got the speed going good. I know my speed limit. I know the rules of the road. All right, cool. Not entirely the most comfortable person knowing it because it's still new to me. It's a stick shift.
Yeah.
I'm new to that. Here's the thing. Most people these days don't know how to drive a stick shift because you're all fucking stupid. I'm sorry. You know? If you at least learn how to drive a stick shift, you'll be fine. Even if your main car is an automatic.
Yeah.
Learn to drive a stick.
At some point, you should probably learn to drive a stick shift.
Because you might need to.
Yeah.
But I'm driving down. These truckers, first off, they don't know that, one, there's a big-ass sign, a big-ass, like, freeway green signs. That lets them know. Their side is the far right side. So they're supposed to be on the far right.
Yeah.
I'm driving. Middle lane, right?
Mhm.
Middle lane. There's 3 lanes. Truck, 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 truck.
Oh my god.
All fucking corners of me. I am boxed in. I'm like, no.
One in front, one
And
behind you on each
literally
side.
was getting close to one of them too. I honk. This other trucker next to me looks at me and goes, I'm like, I just gesture like, y'all supposed to be over there. My dad rolls down his window, the other guy rolls down his window, and they're like, oh, the trucks are supposed to be right side. And he's like, I know, dumbasses. And he keeps going. I can't believe him though. This guy's on the right side.
Yeah.
He's in the far right
Yeah.
lane. Everybody else ain't getting the picture. And I can tell this guy's got one of them CB radios in his truck too. I can see it clear as day. One, it's lit up like a motherfucking Christmas tree. 2, it's dangling the mic.
Yeah, it's right there where you can grab it. And be
Dude
like,
could easily just, hello, you know, because
yeah.
I guarantee you, when I finally passed all these others, I saw their CB radios too. They all have a damn CB radio. In fact, most truckers like to keep a CB radio in their truck,
Yeah.
even if they don't have to. They like
Yeah.
to.
I'd fucking
One,
like
it
it.
gets boring as shit on the road.
Yeah.
You gotta have something to talk about with somebody. Sometimes you gotta contact a base or something like that too, and that CB radio is good for it. Nah, I'm just gonna say, oh yeah, I know, a bunch of dumbasses, and leave it alone. Everybody else box me in, I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't know that there's a big sign telling them to be in the right lane, and it's trucks, it's all trucks.
Yeah.
They can all easily, first off, see each other. Secondly,
Yeah.
they can see when one's wanting to turn. One of them should take the lead and turn. Getting the far right? No, they don't think of that. You know, people on the road these days, they drive like they know what they're doing.
And they don't.
Nope, they know nothing. Like, for example, when Colin was taking his driving test at the
Oh, yeah.
Grass Valley DMV,
Yeah.
fucking he's turning, he's getting out there, and he stops because somebody else is going.
Oh yeah.
And she dings him for not booking it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? Secondly, didn't turn on his brake lights. Or his reverse lights, I
Yeah,
should
that
say.
was stupid. No, no, this is
I think it
what
was his
it?
backup lights or something like that.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
white
no.
ones.
Yeah, no. It was he didn't turn on his backup lights when he put it in reverse.
They come on automatic, dude!
And how
If
would she
you-
know?
If you think your reverse lights are coming on, dude, by a button, you're fucking stupid. Like, seriously. Reverse! It happens when you go in reverse!
Yeah.
And if you can know that, clearly you're not in the car with him.
Yeah. Or
you're
you're
behind him,
Yeah.
or you're leaning out, checking to see if you can
Yeah.
see it in the reflection of another car.
Yeah. Or in
Either
like
way,
a mirror.
you're not being a good instructor.
Yeah.
You're being fucking stupid.
Yeah. In order to see back there, you have to. If there was like a mirror behind you from windows, you'd have to like turn to look back there,
Yeah.
or like fucking totally angle to like see it.
Yeah.
But I doubt that happened.
Exactly. You'd have to hope
Yeah.
that somebody has a reflective, shiny ass hood or something. You can just look back and be like, "Oh look, reverse lights." But no,
Yeah.
they just come on. There's no button. There's no switch. There's no magical habita Google word or anything to say they came on. They do automatically. If you think they come on automatically,
You're right.
you're gonna be okay. But if you don't think they do, if you think, oh, there's a button or you gotta turn them on yourself, if you think that, You're a problem. You should not be an instructor of any sort. You should not be doing the tests.
Yeah, should not be
In
good.
fact, you should take the fucking test again
Yeah.
yourself to see if you qualify to be a DMV instructor. But no,
Yeah.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's like, testing teachers. That's not a fair judgment of the system. I wonder why in a fucked up system.
Yeah. Dude, imagine if the teachers had to take the test they gave the students each time.
God, yeah, I know. Like, jeez, I don't know. It just nothing makes sense. I mean, I'm thankful I had a life skills math class my
Oh, yeah.
senior year.
Yeah.
I learned how to, compare banks easily enough and write a check, balance a checkbook, and at the time I learned how to do my taxes because of that class. At the time I knew how to do my taxes, but because of the fact that I hadn't done it for a couple years or so, I kind of forgot how to on my own,
Yeah.
at least what certain things were. I can kind of jump back into it now,
Yeah.
but it's not as easy. But writing a check and all that, working at Best Gas, I get vendors for beer, milk, every product that we have that comes in, I almost always have to write a check for. I'm glad I know how to write a check,
Yeah.
thanks to that class. These days, though, almost no one knows what a check is, how to work a check, or how to write a check.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to balance a checkbook really these days, at least people
Oh,
my
no.
age or younger.
No, they don't know how to balance the checkbook.
They don't know how to balance a checkbook. They don't even know how to, what balancing a checkbook would look like.
No.
They don't know that, because when you sign up with the bank, you get this little checkbook thing that
Yeah.
comes with your checks.
Yeah.
It helps you balance it, dude. You write it in there and you write down what you got or what you spent and you add it up into the next column. It's like, here's what I start with. Here's what I spent this month or this week or this day. Here's what it is after that. Here's what it's, and you keep going. It's total spent, basically,
Yeah.
Because you subtract what you spent from your first total, from your first row.
Yeah.
And you keep going. If I showed anybody
Yeah.
my age, except for like you, that little book, which I haven't written in, but I haven't actually had to because I've actually been pretty good about making sure I'm actually doing good on my account.
Yeah.
But
Same.
if I were to show somebody that book and be like, what do you do with this? They will not know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything because nobody's taught. Parents are not doing their job.
Yeah. Actually,
Just aren't.
I saw someone from high school today who came in, and that person, I bet you, I could hand them a checkbook and be like, how do you work this? They'd be like, I don't fucking know.
Exactly. I honestly lucked out in high school. I had a basic life skills math class.
And almost no one does.
Exactly. Me and Oliver had the same class too.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I can name off a few people that were in that class. I could find them on Facebook. They know how to do it because they had that class.
Yeah.
But they also talk to their parents.
Yeah, I only know because I talked to my parents. Well,
Right.
my mom.
But see, you talk to somebody who knew what the hell to do.
Yep.
If you're not teaching your kids anything about that, you're an idiot. Because you're making more idiots
Yeah.
and worsening the world. And it blows my mind that nobody knows how to do simple things like that. I mean, like, okay, yeah, checks aren't as common these days. You should still know how to do one. In fact,
Yeah.
in fact, my opinion, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Don't care who you are, how old you are. Hell, fucking teach a 5-year-old.
Drive a stick, balance a checkbook.
Yeah, those are the two top basic things anybody should know. Nobody knows.
Mhm.
Because they don't learn, they don't ask, they don't get taught by anybody.
No.
They just go, it's an automatic, it does it for me. These days you got the fancy ass cars, it parallel parks for me. Bitch,
Yeah.
I may not be able to do a perfect parallel park, but I guarantee you, give me a week on just practicing parallel parking. I will do it like the action movies. Parallel park.
I would love to fucking do that sometime.
Let me borrow your car. No, just kidding.
I just got new tires on my car though. Well, it's new used tires on my car. So
right, new use
Yeah.
tires.
yeah. So I literally, dude, my fucking tires were like damn near bald.
Right. So, and okay, so here's another thing. Speaking of cars and, idiots and all that.
Yeah.
I'm one of those idiots that doesn't know a lot about working on a car.
Hmm.
I'll admit that. However, I'm starting to change it around because I've got a 95 Toyota Tacoma pickup truck.
Yeah.
The battery is completely dead, that's for sure. But looking through like the owner's manual of the car that shows like every little aspect of things that you can work on just at home, and taking the time to work through it, because the check engine light always comes on no matter what. We've had mechanic look into it, and he's like, I don't know. He's checked every system, every filter, everything, every little nook and cranny. He's checked it. He can't find why it comes on. We've taken it to an auto place like Reeby's and AutoZone and O'Reilly's. They have those little computer reader things. Plug it in. No data found for vehicle. First off, that's our luck. We get the no data found for vehicle. My dad had that problem with his Dodge Caliber. No data found for vehicle, so it can't diagnose the car. However, the same year, same brand, but different little model, like a Dodge Charger or something like that, but it's the same year from the Dodge Caliber. It'll read it. Caliber. Nothing. Okay, that's our luck.
Yeah.
But I'm learning a little bit here and there about how to, look into the car and just see what's wrong. How to see that don't look right, or how to look at it and be like, this ain't for here, this ain't doing good. That's leaking, this is falling apart, that needs to be replaced. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people that know how to do that.
I am learning as well.
See, my grandfather, though he's a cop and works in prison, as a peace officer, all that, for at least 6 years or so, even closer towards high school, he worked as a mechanic. He worked in a mechanic shop.
Alright.
In fucking high school, he had mechanics, not like ag mechanics like we have, but like mechanics.
Yeah.
Work on a car.
Yeah, not
where
like
the
metal
teacher
shop.
brought in a shit box that he had for 30 years and was like, all right, we're gonna work on this just so he could have a working car with free labor. That kind of mechanics shop.
Yeah.
An actual workshop, dude.
Yeah.
My godfather went through that. He knows exactly what to do. If I have questions, I call him. If my dad has questions, we call him.
Yeah.
But because of him, I'm learning how to take care of a car and how to make sure if something's fucked up, I can fix it. Or, look at it and be like, that's an actual mechanic job, not a me job.
Yeah, that's a very important
To
distinction.
identify what situation it is. Is it a wrench in WD-40, or is it take it in, or it's gonna die in 3 days?
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Nobody else really knows. Most people in high school that I knew don't know or didn't know.
Yeah. I'd say most don't know.
No, they don't. They really don't, because they just take their parents' money and go, fix it.
Yeah.
Or they go, Mom, Dad, fix it. You're all so stupid, you don't know how to look at a car even, or, I'm sorry to say this, and it does pain me, look at YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
Go to YouTube and you will find so many videos to help you figure
amount
out
of
what's
shit.
wrong. Hell,
Yeah.
I've had a video that told me like, alright, this is that, and if it looks like this, you can do this. If it looks like this, or if it's not doing this, take it in. And it
Yeah.
tends to be a short video,
Yeah.
because it'll tell you when to take it in, and why you should take it in.
Yeah.
YouTube, dude! Even people these days don't think about that. They're like, busted, get a new one.
Yeah.
It's a filter. Replace the filter. Clean the filter. Take it in and get it fixed.
Yeah.
No, they don't think about that. That's
Luckily,
not a thing.
luckily for me, my biological dad was a mechanic for fucking years and owned his own shop and shit.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, I got him.
You're lucky.
Yeah, but then my dad that lives at my house, he fucking YouTube shit, man.
Right?
Like he doesn't get all the tech stuff, but he fucking looks shit up.
Yeah.
Like just model number, like make and model, and then what it is that he's trying to do or fix.
Exactly.
Boom.
And eventually.
And he's already like understands motors and shit.
Yeah, and eventually you're gonna know enough
Yeah.
about from what you've just looked up to be
Yeah.
able to do it without it. The
Yeah.
next time something comes up, where you can be like, well, it ain't this and it ain't that. And
Yeah.
if you don't know what model it is, you can look it up, and you've expanded your knowledge of what that is.
Yeah. He usually looks up like the process of like removing shit or putting shit back in.
Right? And eventually you're going to know how to do that for almost any automatic and or stick shift, depending on which one you're working on.
Yeah.
Because almost every single one is identical on certain things.
Yeah.
Some of them are different on most things, but certain things on almost every car is identical.
I mean, fuck, if you know exactly how like a car engine works, you could fucking look like at an airplane engine and be like, oh, so that's this, that's that, that's
Yeah.
that, and kind of like get an understanding of
Yeah,
like
and
how it
that's-
works and stuff.
That's an interesting thing too, because a lot of people that used to work at, because I've read about this, like even one of my distant cousins who did this, they worked at a mechanic shop for a little while, more so part-time, but they learned about an engine block. His hobby was having an engine block at home and he was dismantling it and putting it all back together.
Wow.
That was his hobby. He now works with Delta Airlines and maintains their engines.
Yeah.
Because it was easier for him to learn. He didn't have to spend as much time as other people do that are doing it the first time.
Yeah.
He didn't have to spend as long. He just,
Yeah.
it was easier
Yeah.
because it's very similar.
You already had a base level of knowledge.
Yeah, and he just
That he built
expanded
up.
a little bit. And it didn't take him long to expand.
Got this. You just need to go whoop, rather than
Yeah.
creating all of this.
Yeah. And it's interesting to look at that. Wow, you know about an engine block. You've taken it apart. You've put it back together. Now you work with Delta Airlines. Take care of their cars. What do I get? I work at a gas station with dumbasses all around me.
Yeah.
Don't know how to pump gas, how paying for gas works, and things. I'll just pay for them. Sure, let me just authorize $1,000. You know? And just be like, look, you paid $1,000 here, but at least you got it back. But I didn't pay $1,000. Well, you didn't pay $1,000. It authorized for $1,000, but you got, $900 back.
Yeah.
Because you spent $100 on your gas.
Yeah.
There you go. You didn't spend anything but $100. But most people
Yeah.
wouldn't even know that. They'd think they spent $1,000, even though they got $900 back. Nobody would know. They'd just be like, "Oh my God, my money's gone."
How does that
No.
show up for them, anyways?
It'll just show up in like their
Does it?
account and all that.
Does it go like 1,000 and then like 900, or does it just show the 100 gone?
So it'll just show 100 gone, usually,
Yeah.
depending on the bank. A lot of times, certain banks will show the process too.
Oh,
So it'll show, like, say, 1,000 being taken out. Okay, 1,000 was paid, and then it'll show 100 or 900 put back and 100 missing.
Yeah.
And it'll show, like, say the same place, like say best gas. So 1,000
Yeah.
missing, best gas. 900 back, best gas. 100 missing, best gas.
Will it say the 100 missing, or will it just kind of be like you can figure
It'll be
this
like
out?
100 negative. Because most accounts,
Oh, okay.
like if you're going online or if you get
Oh,
like, a
it'll have
paper
like
sheet,
little things that are
it'll
like.
show a minus on it.
Okay.
So, and a lot of times it'll also, depending on the bank, show up in red as well if you're doing
Yeah.
online,
True.
account looking. If you look at it online, a lot of times it'll show up in red saying, "That's what you lost," and it'll be black or blue if it's there. So if they got 900 back, it'll be in black or blue. If it's missing, it'll be in red. All they have to do is figure it out from there.
Hmm.
If you're missing 1,000, but then you got a 900 back, and then you're missing 100, figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
You can do the math, right? Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. It's amazing. And another thing, too. A lot of those people that don't know how to, pay for their gas or don't know how a gas station works, they at least know how to do their math. Because they'll come in.
Oh yeah.
Here's a penny and give me 5 back. Okay. Here's the $5 bill. Because a lot of times it'll be like something 01.
Oh yeah.
So instead of getting something 99
Yeah.
cents,
Yeah.
here's a
Well,
5.
Yeah.
You can at least figure that out. Okay. Yesterday, though, I felt kind of bad. Colin was on the register because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
on my break and all that, right? This woman, she comes in, she pays for gas, okay? And I think she paid 70 on there. She got, I think, what was it, 68.97 pumped. It's what she
Mhm.
pumped, right?
Yeah.
So if she had given us $3 back, or 3 cents back, she could have gotten an even bill.
Yeah.
Rather than 7 cents. Because she was going to get 7,
Or 3
or no,
cents.
she gave us 7 cents and all
If
that.
you gave you 3 cents,
Yeah, because
more.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was getting, what was
she
it?
would have got an even bill rather than
Yeah,
3
she was
cents.
getting 407. She was getting 407 back. She
Yeah.
was trying to get an even 5.
Yeah.
She was handing us 7 cents.
Yeah. So she just had to hand you the 7 cents.
However, it didn't work that way. Because
What
if
did
she
do?
pumped 7 cents, she would have been getting 93 cents
It's
back.
back. Yeah.
But she pumped 93
Yeah.
cents.
So she.
So
would
if she
be
gave
good.
us 93 cents,
Oh, she
we could have
get
given
the-
even.
I see what you mean.
So if she gave us 7 cents, she would have just gotten 14 cents back. Because it
Yeah.
would have added on.
There's some like miss
You're missing
going
shit.
around, but I get like what you're
So
saying.
68,
Yeah, yeah.
93 is what she pumped.
68.93 out of 70.
And she was getting like some 07 back.
Yeah. So
She was trying to give us
like
7
107.
cents.
Oh, so
So she could get an even bill. It
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
no, it doesn't.
You give us the 93 cents, we can give you an even bill.
Yeah.
She didn't have the 93 cents.
Yeah.
And it took us almost
Yeah.
5 minutes to explain it to her.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. And finally she was like, whatever, just give me the change. And we gave her that 07. She's like, so if I had given you 7 cents, you could have just given me this. What's 7 and 7? I asked her, I'm like, what's 7 plus 7? 14. You would have gotten that 14 cents.
Yeah.
She's like, well, why? I'm like, because you're getting the difference of $1, basically. You pumped this
Yeah.
93 cents. You're getting 7 cents. 7 plus 93,
Yeah.
you're getting an even dollar out of that. She's
Yeah.
like, so I should have even out. No!
Yeah. So
And we did it on a calculator for her. She still was like, whatever. She didn't want to acknowledge that she was fucking wrong.
so stupid.
She didn't know the fucking math.
Yeah. It's like if I'm gonna give you, like if you give me too much money, I'm gonna give you the difference.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with like cents, if I'm gonna give you 5 cents difference, so I'm about to give you 5 cents. If you give me 5 cents right before that, I'm now about to give you 10 cents.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just another one.
Yeah. It's
just
just
I'm giving you
doubling
more.
what you get back.
Yeah. Like if I'm about to give you this much and then you give me that much, I'm just gonna be giving you that much again.
And if you're not careful, it starts a process.
Yeah.
Because then you give back 10 cents and you're trying to get that 10 cents to get out of that 10 cents and it just keeps
Yeah.
going. And then finally, eventually, you're up to
Yeah,
like
and then it's
50
like,
bucks.
okay, here's $1.
Yeah. You know, like if you don't
Yeah.
want to do it that way, sure, but you know, no. Nobody wants to take the time and waste like 20 minutes. You know?
So weird.
It's weird how people don't think about a difference. And people are good with math, and then there's people that say or think they're good with math, and they're like, oh, it's this. No, that's what you're getting back.
Yeah.
You don't pay what you're getting back because then you just double what you get back.
Yeah. Now
Pay the difference of $1.
it only works when it's 50 cents.
Yeah. Seriously.
If I'm about to give you 50 cents and you give me 50 cents, that cancels out the 50 cents and I just give you fucking $1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the only fucking time. But if it's like 7 cents and 93 cents, pay the difference of $1. You see 93. What's the difference of $1? 7 cents. Okay, that's what you're getting back.
Yeah.
Don't pay me that shit.
Yeah, if you want $1 from that,
Give us 93.
cents. Yeah, give you 93 cents.
Give me more so you can get bigger.
Yeah.
Give me more change so you get solid paper. Nobody gets it though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's stupid. I will say, as far as like people in their first time at a gas station, like during my I think 3rd week of working with the company, back at Midu down in Auburn,
Mhm.
I did encounter a girl. She was about my age, about 23. It was her first time going inside a gas station and paying for gas.
Yeah.
She didn't know how to go about it.
Okay.
I was surprised, admittedly. I'm like, it's your first time in a gas station?
A little old, but you know, reasonable.
Yeah, you know, at least though it's actually your first time.
Yeah.
And it's not like, how do you do this? And it's your 3rd visit or something like
Yeah.
that.
Or like your
It's like your
87th.
first time actually coming in and paying for gas. You know, like maybe you've gone to a pump before and you've paid at pump. So
Yeah.
you understand how that works. It just does. Because at the pump, you don't determine amount.
Yeah.
You use your card
Oh.
and you pump until it stops.
Yeah. And then you leave.
Yeah.
Take
So-
the pump out and then you leave.
Yeah, take the pump out and you leave. Most of us would appreciate that, which
Yeah.
happens way more often than you would ever think it does.
Oh my god.
But at least, you know, it's understandable. It was actually her first time coming inside to pay for gas at a gas station. Okay, I may be blown away by that, but I'm not going to call you an idiot.
Yeah.
You have reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, it's understandable if you more so pay at pump than inside.
Yeah. I just had a dude today who came in and he was like, you guys take the Apple Pay? And he said like the Apple Pay or something, so I knew it was like, okay,
Kind
then
of his first time around it.
yeah. And So he gets his food and stuff like already, and so I like ring him up. Okay, I think it was just like a sandwich, maybe a cookie.
Right.
And so he's like, so how does this work? And I was like, so you should bring it up like in the app on your phone, and then you find the card, and then there should be something. And so he's like looking for the app for a little bit, swiping back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he finally finds the like little My Wallet or whatever it is, and hits it up, and I'm like, all right, now there should probably be something that's like confirming that you're about to use it, or like whatever.
Right.
And so he gets that, and I'm like, all right, punch in the thing on the card machine, hold it up, hold it right about here, ding.
Right.
And like during that process, he said, yeah, I have just switched from Android, so this is my first time ever doing it. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, he was learning how to do it. It was his first time. He had been on Android for a long ass time, and now he had an iPhone. He was learning how to do the whole Apple Pay thing.
Yeah.
And he learned it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And he's like, that's so cool.
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
If you're learning something
Yeah.
new, we'll be with you.
I'm not going to call him an idiot.
If you're, doing something and you've done it before, or you should have done it before, since you're probably really old or something,
if you're
or
50.
Yeah. And you're treating it like it's your first time, but I can guarantee it's not. I'm gonna think you're stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I am.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, it's life. I don't know how you can get so far without doing most of these simple
It's
things.
fucking crazy.
Like paying for gas, at pump or inside. Coming to a bakery and getting food.
Yeah.
How fucking hard is that? How hard is it to figure out how to pay?
Surprisingly hard.
Apparently,
Oh my God.
because we get the idiots, man.
Yeah, we do.
It's all the fucking idiots.
There are some good people, but goddamn, there
Yeah.
are some idiots too.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know. And coming back to it happens more often than you think. People drive off with a hose more often than you really think they do. Like, I used to think it was like one of those things that was exaggerated in like TV or cartoons or something,
Yeah, like you said in TV,
But
it's
it's
like,
not.
wow. It's like, wow, that
It's
was an
not.
idiot.
If you've paid attention at our pumps and watched and been like, what happened to the pumps? Most of the time, it's either the computer or the motor's gone down, or somebody drove off with our pump. And if you do happen to look out there and you don't see a hose dangling off it, somebody drove off with it. Because at least once every couple months, I get somebody that says, you're missing a hose. One day I was there, doing my normal job. I was stocking up some cigarettes at the moment. A woman came in, paid for gas on pump 5.
Yeah.
She had a minivan. She was clearly like a soccer mom type,
Mhm.
because I could see all this like what looked like sports equipment in the car or something like that, or at least sports netting for the equipment. And she's cleaning up her car a little bit, throwing out little pieces of trash and all that, And she gets in her car, and apparently she didn't take the hose out of her car. She drove off. She came back and she goes, I accidentally drove off with the hose. I got to clean and I forgot about the hose. I'm not gonna completely fault you, but try to remember shit, please.
Yeah. Like, you came in, you told us.
Yeah, thank you, but at the same time, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I've had people, though, drive off. They get in their car. They look at their phone. Click. There goes the hose. They think, woo, it's done. It's on. Go. No, it don't go back on its own. You put it back.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we are technically supposed to now, write down information, like your phone number and your license plate and all that.
That makes sense.
Because you take off with our hose, it's like $500 usually for us to replace a hose.
Oh, yeah.
Unless we can just attach it and replace the pin, which usually is the case. But a lot of times when somebody drives off with the hose, that pin is no longer good.
Yeah.
You
Gotcha.
know, and then of course getting the hose back itself is not an easy task either, because maybe the thread is all screwed up.
Yeah.
Or if the pin pulled out wrong, so did like some of the plastic cap in that hose.
Or, yeah. Some other piece was damaged.
So there's a lot that can go wrong with it. If you're lucky, Simple pin fix, $50 to $100.
Not too bad.
We don't have to worry. But usually when somebody drives off with those, we have to take their number down because it can cost us about $500 to have somebody else come out and replace the hose. Because that hose might no longer be usable. Because maybe the nozzle itself is also bent and fucked up. I mean, that's what we had today, or the other day, yesterday, was somebody came out and fixed the nozzles on 5 and 4 because those nozzles were busted. Nozzle 1 is busted too because it leaks everywhere. Still, you know, and that'll cost us another $5,000. You know, and it'll cost us like
$5,000 or $500?
not $5,000, $500.
Yeah.
It'll cost us about $5,000 though if our motors go out again. Because a lot of times, if the nozzle leaks, it leaks down the hose as well, and it leaks down inside where there's this little like motor and fan blade system that goes off. And if it gets in there, it gunks it up. If it gunks it up too much, it's going to cost us about $5,000 to replace one. If that goes off on every one, if those go out on every one of those, we're out of business.
Yeah.
And nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks, oh, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy fixes and all that. You know, people come in, when are you going to get it fixed? When we can afford to, first off, you know, because it's expensive. It's really that expensive. You think you're just going to go on Craigslist and find a good one? Or eBay? Good luck. You're going to get one and you're going to be like, look, it's a replica. Or look, it's got holes.
Yeah.
It ain't going to work, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it... Is it just like it gunks up the motor and shit?
It completely gunks up the motor and causes like the actual like gears to almost corrode away.
Okay, that
and
would
then it
make
eats
sense.
away at some wiring too that's in there.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense then.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
If it just gunks it up, we can clean it.
Yeah,
But
if
it's
it-
not just that.
Yeah, spray some seafoam in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seafoam?
Seafoam, yeah. Have you ever heard about that? Just
No.
put some seafoam in your car. So like
I've heard of WD-40.
no penetrate.
WD-40 worked good fine.
Yeah, that's penetrating oil, but no, if you're if I don't know like when, but every once in a while, like in your car, like in your gas tank,
Yeah.
when you're, I think before you put gas in it, or maybe after you put gas in it, at some point, relative to how much gas you have in your car, put some seafoam in there, and then it'll fucking like clear out and like degunk a whole bunch of shit in your car for the whole process or something. It does something like that. Basically cleans out gunk from
Yep.
what I'm aware.
Use seafoam spray to clean critical upper engine areas where fuel cleaners can't reach. Cleans intake valves and chamber deposits. Apply through throttle.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. Again. And you can't grow without learning this shit,
Yeah.
man. If you
Yeah.
don't know it, you're not gonna do well.
I know that from my dad who lives in my house.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's Jeff.
My family's complicated.
Yeah, well, I know that, but just over audio, just like from my
Yeah.
dad that lives at my house.
You have a dad that doesn't? Well, yeah, there's my biological father.
Yeah. Hey, this audio, you could be black.
I mean,
It's a horrible joke. And I'm
It's
gonna get
true.
shit for it. But I'm leaving it in.
hey, there ain't any pictures, you know.
It's okay. I went Patrick Warburton at one point.
You know what?
I went Patrick Warburton at one point.
Patrick Warburton.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah, Patrick Warburton.
Wait,
That's the actor's name.
wait, hold up.
There was a point I went Patrick Warburton.
Is Patrick Warburton white or black?
Like,
He's white. Okay, that makes sense though. Like, okay, you're doing an impersonation.
yeah. But like, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm doing an impersonation of a man. And now I throw out a racist joke.
So, those
Let's
two aren't
have fun.
connected. Those two aren't connected at all.
No, not at all. But I'm still gonna get shit for all of it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Probably.
It's
Unless somebody finds it funny, then good on them.
Yeah.
If somebody's offended, I'm sorry, but take it. Grow up. And jeez.
All I give a shit about is intent. Did you mean to like be fucking racist or some shit? Or were you just saying it because it was funny?
I mean, I said it was
Even
because
if
it
it's
was
not
funny, but at the
necessarily
same
true.
time I said it
If it
because
was.
I knew it was racist, and I was like, it's gonna be funny.
Well, yeah, if you say it because it's funny, but you know it'll be racist, but you still say it because it's funny, you say it, that's fine.
But if you say it because of both reasons,
If you say it because it's racist, then it's like, why are you saying it because it's racist? Hold on, if it
However,
wasn't
it's,
racist, would you not say it?
it gets more complicated though when you say it for both reasons. Because it's racist and funny. It gets complicated.
Yeah, because like you could then laugh at the funny, but then we
then
can
you're like,
scold you on
oh.
the you being racist thing.
That's
Yeah.
a whole different episode.
Yeah, if someone wants to be racist, we can scold them. If they say something funny that sounds a little racist, I'ma laugh.
It's fine. If you can't
Yeah.
laugh at it though, what is wrong with you?
If you can't laugh at a joke, come on, man.
So, that's a big old sidetrack going that one. No, I don't know.
Hey,
Idiots though, man.
idiots don't
Yes.
laugh at funny jokes.
They don't get it, man. They
Yeah.
just don't get it. Like my leotard joke. Nobody gets it. Except for like the special few.
Yeah, the special few,
You know?
meaning me and the other friends of
Yeah.
ours.
And to leave this out there for those who maybe stayed and listened, who, you know, stayed and listened, I'm gonna let you know. Think on this a little bit. What do you call a stupid lion? I'm gonna leave you with that one.
I think you spoiled it.
Huh?
I think you spoiled it already, but okay.
We'll see.
Hey, if you don't know what it is by 30 seconds from now, congratulations, you made it on the podcast.
Yep. If you managed to figure it out, if you were paying attention, you know the answer.
Yep.
Just gonna say that. But by this point, you've had a nice little window to think.
I know someone who fucking wouldn't know it.
I know a few people that would be like, well, I don't know what.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, wait, if you listen, and they go back and they'd be like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Lord, listen. I went back and listened. Here's the word. That one. So that's the answer.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that
Wow.
that person I thought of would still not get it.
It's sad how many people I know that won't get that. Then again, it took even my dad a bit to really get that joke even. It's like, what? And then it's like, oh, you know. Kind of like one of my other jokes that I told you one day.
Yeah.
My, what sounds racist, but it's totally not racist joke.
This will be great for the internet.
Yeah. What do you call, you know, what's black on the black on the inside, white on the outside?
Fuck, I remember you telling me this. And
I'll
I
give
know
it a
that
few seconds.
I know that everyone immediately thinks Oreo, but that's like the opposite.
I know your first thought was Michael Jackson. You're like, Michael Jackson. Reverse Oreo?
I forgot about.
Both good answers, but both are absolutely fucking wrong. However, almost everybody I've told that joke to has had the first same thought. Reverse Oreo.
That was
Not
my
a bad
second.
thought. However, again, it is completely wrong. Now again, what's black on the inside, white on the outside? If you haven't figured it out at this point, I'm sorry, you don't know history. Let's give him a second to figure it out, though. See if he can recall.
Yeah, because I got the luxury of trying to remember this shit.
Uh-huh.
Black on the outside, but white on the inside. The only thing I can think of is an albino panda, but I don't even know if that's true. I don't know what their skin tone
An
is.
albino piano?
No, panda.
Oh, panda, okay.
No, like it has white fur, but then like its skin is black or something. But I don't know like what a panda's skin tone is. I think it's black. I don't know.
I think a panda's main skin tone is pink.
Is it?
Now,
I could see that.
let's look up naked panda.
Mm,
You're like, I don't trust that. Not nailed, naked. I don't want to see Jesus panda.
that's not what I was. I think nailed panda and naked panda might come up with the same search results.
You mean Jesus?
No, nailed and naked.
Not naked panda baby carrier. Naked panda.
What?
It gave me naked panda baby carrier. No! Not naked. Fuck off with the naked panda baby carrier twin. Naked panda. Image. I just see. Oh,
I see
it's
pandas.
what? Well,
Look up shaved panda.
well, there's a half naked panda. Looks white.
Yeah, kind of fleshy.
Kind of fleshy. Basically, like if
Yeah,
you were to
white and
shave
pink.
like a cat or a dog.
Or if you were an Irishman.
Or if you're Irish, yeah, that too. So, any ideas? Or do you need the answer again?
I don't need the answer yet.
Alrighty, audience, here it comes. So what's black on the inside, white on the outside? A coal miner.
Oh, that's right!
Yep.
I fucking love that joke. That's not racist at all. It's wonderful.
No, but it sounds racist at
It
first.
sounds like it might be.
Yeah.
Especially with my answer.
Yeah, you deliver it and you're like, that sounds like it could be racist. It's not. It's about a white person. Again, it's funny if you know history and about
That's right.
what happened throughout history and about people in the coal mines.
Yeah. Yep. Black on the inside. I forgot about that, man. Yeah, it's way more tame than what my original thought was. What's black on the inside, white on the outside? Michael Jackson. Oh. And then I thought of Reverse Oreo.
Right? Yeah, Michael Jackson. That's a good answer. But that is so harsh. I'm going to say that right now. I love it, but it's harsh because for anybody that doesn't know, Michael Jackson, he was black. He died white.
Born black, died white. Yeah.
There you go. Anyways, that's going to do it for this podcast. So.
Yeah, just leave it there.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Let's end it on jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to
Comedy.
do it for this podcast.
Comedy's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, thank you so much for this, Hunter. It's
No
been
problem.
fantabulous.
It's wonderful being here, Dalen.
Thank God. So that's gonna leave it here, though. This has been the Ballsy Cast because we talk about shit that most people are like, "Wow, okay," or would even at least think, "Why would you talk about that? And why would you put it on the internet?" Because fuck it, let's do it.
It takes balls to talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are the Ballsy Duo. Hopefully to have soon a Ballsy Trio. Let's go. Hopefully Colin will be back next week, or maybe next week we can have a different guest. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll do it for this one, though. Thank you so much for listening. I don't know how many of you stayed till the end.
Hopefully very few.
Hopefully the very few that came to listen at the start stayed till the end. If not, if there's only one of you that stayed, good for you. You suffered with us. Alrighty, that'll do for this week's episode of Ballsycast. Thank you again for tuning in, and thank you again, Hunter, for joining me and putting up with my shit.
Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, that'll do. Podcast done. Grand Toll with a 30-second intro piece of music that I couldn't play because I could just slap it on there and it's gonna register when I mix it down and do an audio file, one simple audio file. 30 seconds of the audio and then ending. Looks like we're ending at roughly 2 hours and 54 minutes grand total.
What the fuck? I got 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 25 seconds.